Hello, everyone. I'm here to prove that the string theory, the glitch theory, like the glitch in the matrix theory, and the simulation theory are all connected in a very big way. And none of us realize it. Well, none of you guys realize it. Think of, like, have you ever had deja vu? Like, you've been somewhere before, and you can't place how or when or why. Well, that's because you have in another universe. Now, the string theory goes that there are essentially multiple universes, correct? There are essentially multiple timelines of the same universe. The glitch theory goes that there are glitches within our matrix, proving that we could be living in a computer-generated world. Now, the simulation theory kind of piggybacks off of that very same theory. Take this, for example. I want you guys to really think about this. Take this dollar bill right here. Only one, right? Only dollar bill I have. Now, the string timeline theory states that we have multiples of each dollar bill. As you guys can clearly see, two of them. In another universe, in a parallel universe, you've already done what you thought you did, or you've been where you thought you've been. That's why you have deja vu. Now, the glitches and the sim theory go like this. We are all living in a computer simulated world created by someone. How did we get here? Who made us? Who created us? Why did they create us? Because we are merely living in a computer-generated world. Think about it like this. Have you ever paid attention to NPCs on GTA 5 online, or in general? And you notice how they walk around aimlessly, accepting their world? Think about that. The NPCs walk around, they sit there and they walk around, and to them, that's reality. That's their reality. That's what they know. Just like in this world, in our reality, this is all we know. Now, the glitches that we experience, think of it like a computer game or a video game. You ever play a video game and you have glitches? You ever have like a game and you find like a bug or a glitch or whatever to do certain things? Those glitches in our reality are merely bugs within the simulation that we are living in. Within that simulated world are the glitches. Now, whether the glitch was put there on purpose or if it's a flaw in the system, we may never know. But in another reality, in our alternate universe, that bug may have never happened. We are merely a copy of the same universe. So when we die, we're literally just gonna get copied and have another version replace us. We are essentially living in a computer simulated world where when we die, another version of us will take our place. We were merely created out of some sort of computer generated program. We are all essentially created by someone. All these universes, all these alternate universes, in an alternate universe, you guys might not exist. In an alternate universe, you guys might be rich or poor. You don't know. But think about it like this. This is where things get really weird. Essentially, whoever created us or whatever created us made copies of us. Think about it like you copy something. You take something, you copy it, and you paste it over and over and over. But is it really a hypothesis? Because think about all the glitches that happen every day to people. Deja vu. Things that you've thought you've done or places you thought you've been. That deja vu isn't an accident, people. It's real. In another timeline, you've already been where you're at. In another time, in another parallel universe, you've already been where you thought you've been. Like, let's say you walk into, let's say in a parallel universe, you walk into Walmart. And you've never been there before in your life. Just for pure example. Let's say you guys walk into Walmart. And you've never been there before in your life. But yet you see that place and you felt like you've been there before. You drive past it on your way to work, on your way to school, or wherever you're going every day, but you never go in there. But you feel like you've been there before. You feel like you've been there. It's because you have. In a parallel timeline, you have been there. That's why deja vu exists, because there are places that we've been in this other universe over here, in this other parallel timeline over here. We've already been there. In this other timeline, you've already been to this store. But in the current one, you haven't been. But yet you have that familiar feeling. That's because you have in another timeline. And essentially, whatever created us, essentially, is just making copies of us over and over and over again. We're essentially in an infinite loop of universes, of alternate timelines. Like, truly think about that. Right now, there are other versions of all of you in the chat in another timeline. In another timeline, we may all be friends. In another timeline, you guys may be rich. You may be poor. Now, the bugs, the glitches, those are merely bugs within our universe. In another universe, in another copy of our sim, of us, that bug might not happen. In another timeline, that bug might not have happened. So essentially, yes, we are living on a string theory. But that string theory is merely us being copied in a computer sim over and over and over again. I mean, think about it. the glitches in the Matrix, deja vu. Think about it, people. Really think about it. In another universe, I might not exist. In another universe, you might not exist. But essentially, when we die, or whatever created us, if they want us to die, then we are dead. If they want to make copies of us, they will make copies of us over and over for as long as they want. Now, when this simulation gets shut down, that's it. We're done. Every parallel universe, all of us, gets wiped from existence. Now, will they do that? Don't know. And I know a lot of you guys are laughing at me right now, but I want you guys to do me a favor. Go on to YouTube. Watch a video on each of these theories. The string theory, the glitch in the matrix theory, and the simulation theory. I want you guys to watch all of the videos on those theories. Like every one of you, I want you guys to watch all of those videos. Essentially, they're all interconnected. We are essentially, like, let's say that here's the computer simulation, right? Here's our existence. This timeline, this string timeline right here is our existence. Okay? Let me put this way so y'all can see it. Like, this right here is our existence. And essentially what the creator of our universe is doing is merely copying and pasting our universe over and over and over and over and over again. So essentially, there's an infinite number of our universes, but it is all inside a simulation. We weren't created on accident. We were created for a reason. And as I said, in our timeline, these glitches that are in the universe, that are in our universe, the glitches that we see and find, the glitches in the matrix that we find, that's merely a bug within the system. Now, I want you guys to think about this. When you go to sleep at night, are you really going to sleep? Or are you merely waking up to reality and what is real? How do we know that when we go to sleep at night that we're not actually waking up from a dream? How do we know that this is real? How do we know that this right here is real? How do we know that when we're asleep, we're not actually waking up from our simulated bodies, from our simulated life? Think about that. That movie, The Matrix, all that is real. We are merely NPCs living within a universe that has been created and copied essentially hundreds of thousands of millions of times over on an infinite loop. And at any time, whatever created us can go in, copy our planet, our universe, and paste it in a blank space within the fabric of time and reality as many times as it wants. And I know it sounds crazy, but like I said, go back, go on to YouTube, look up videos on these theories. Watch the video on the string theory. Watch the video on glitches within the matrix, as well as watch a video or videos on the simulation theory. Go back and watch those and truly think about it. Essentially, all of them are connected. Prove me wrong. Like I said, it all goes back to deja vu. Those places that you feel like you've been before, those things that you felt like have happened before, that's because they have. But in a parallel universe to our own. Do your research, people. And then come back and test me.